They say life begins at 40, but what if I told you that life actually transforms after 75? For most of us, turning 75 feels like crossing into a territory of slowing down, aches and pains, and a long list of can'ts. But hidden behind the wrinkles, the slower steps, and the medical checkups is a world of experiences, wisdom, and freedom you've probably never heard about before. Today, I'm going to share insights, truths, and surprising perspectives about life after 75, not the usual stay active or eat healthy advice, but the kind of thoughts and revelations that can change the way you see aging forever. So grab your tea, settle in, and let's take a walk into the later years of life in a way you've never imagined. Chapter 1. The real middle age isn't what you think. We're told that middle age is somewhere between 40 and 60. But that's not entirely true anymore. With modern medicine, better diets, and active lifestyles, 75 today can be what 55 was 2 generations ago. This shift means you're not in the last chapter. You're in the bonus chapters. A British study found that people who stay socially and mentally engaged at 75 can live, on average, 12 more healthy, independent years. That means you could have nearly a decade and a half of vibrant life ahead, enough to learn a new language, start a business, or even move to a new country. And here's the thing, your mindset plays a bigger role than your genes. People who see themselves as young in spirit walk faster, recover from illness better, and live longer than those who label themselves as old. Key takeaway. At 75, you're not winding down, you're entering a second adulthood. Chapter 2. The disappearance of social pressure. When you're younger, life is full of invisible pressure. Career expectations, raising children, paying bills and mortgages, trying to fit in with how society says you should live. But something magical happens after 75. Those pressures fade away. You no longer have to live for other people's approval. You don't have to impress a boss or keep up with trends. You can finally be yourself, unapologetically. Many elders say this is the most freeing feeling of their lives. You can dye your hair purple, wear comfortable clothes every day, or say no without guilt. And with that freedom comes a deeper truth. The people who remain in your life after 75 are the ones who truly matter. Chapter 3. Emotional strength peaks later in life. We think of youth as the time of emotional resilience, but it's actually the opposite. In our younger years, we tend to be more reactive, more stressed, and more insecure. After 75, your emotional landscape changes. You've seen enough storms to know that rain eventually stops. You become less bothered by gossip, less afraid of judgment, and far more forgiving, both toward others and toward yourself. In fact, psychologists call this the positivity effect, the tendency for older adults to focus on positive information and memories more than negative ones. This means that at 75, you may naturally experience more emotional peace than you ever did at 30 or 40. Chapter 4. Your time becomes the most valuable currency. At 75, time becomes more precious than money. You start to measure your life not in salaries or possessions, but in moments well spent. It's why many people at this age downsize their homes, declutter, or move closer to family, because what matters most isn't what you own, but who you spend time with and how you spend it. Every coffee with a friend, every sunset, every phone call with a loved one feels richer, because you understand the value of limited moments better than anyone younger ever could. Chapter 5. The myth of too late. One of the most damaging lies about aging is the idea that it's too late to start something new. Science tells us that the human brain can form new neural connections at any age, a phenomenon called neuroplasticity. That means you can still learn an instrument. You can still master a new technology. You can still travel somewhere new. You can still fall in love. In fact, a growing number of people are starting entirely new careers after 75. Some become writers, artists, or online teachers. Others start charities or community groups. The truth is, the too late mindset is only true if you believe it. Chapter 6. Legacy thinking. After 75, you start to think about what you'll leave behind, but not just in terms of money or property. Your real legacy is in the values you pass on, the memories you create, and the kindness you've shown. Some people start writing memoirs, recording family recipes, or creating photo albums. Others mentor younger people in their communities. This period of life offers the unique opportunity to shape how you'll be remembered and to live in a way that reflects your deepest values. Chapter 7. The Art of Saying No. At 75, one of the most powerful skills you gain is the ability to say no without guilt. You stop overcommitting to things that drain your energy. You stop tolerating toxic relationships. Instead, you invest in the activities and people that give you joy. This isn't selfish, it's wisdom. Because the less time you waste on what doesn't matter, the more you have for what truly does. Chapter 8. The Beauty in Slowing Down. When you're younger, slowing down feels like failure. After 75, slowing down becomes a superpower. You notice details others miss: the smell of rain, the laughter of children, the taste of fresh fruit. You realize that life's richest moments aren't in the rush. They're in the pause. Chapter 9. Health is about joy, not just rules. Yes, health matters, but after 75, health is no longer just about strict diets and gym routines. It's about finding joy in movement, pleasure in food, and peace and rest. A walk with friends, dancing in your kitchen, or enjoying your favorite dessert once in a while isn't just okay. It's essential for your well-being. Chapter 10. Conclusion. The Second Spring. The truth about life after 75 is that it's not a decline, it's a transformation. It's a time when you trade speed for depth, stress for peace, and possessions for meaning. Yes, the body may slow down, but the heart and mind can open wider than ever before. So, if you're approaching this age or already there, remember, you're not at the end. You're at the beginning of something entirely new, something most people won't understand until they get there themselves.